Hello and welcome back to the second part of setting up correctly. First of all, I want to just make a very clear point here. Right now, Pete and I are teaching you inside of the cubic model. And we know that you don't have this at home or how this all works out. But by understanding a couple of things, we're going to make this really easy to start to see. Okay, once you get set up, all right, all you want to do is imagine like there's a wall right here in front of me. And all I want to do is I want to set my body up correctly, okay, and then I just want to, I'm like right here, I just want to go down to that wall. See, I'm doing this with my hip and my butt's going up and back, but it's really the ball joint. You have a ball joint that's right here on the side of your hip. So all I'm doing is I'm taking this ball joint and I'm just turning it up and back, and look what it does to my posture. Every single time I'm going to be right here. So if this wall was in front of me like this, I'm not going this way and trying to hit the wall where I come forward, and I'm not moving this way back away from the wall as I move back. I'm just right here, like there's this little, almost like if you were going to do a squat or a curl or something, you'd be right here with that stuff and you, boom. See how I've gone down like this? Now I'm just going to come up. Now that's a little bit deep, but if I was doing a squat, which is a very athletic movement, I'd go like this. See that? My spine, see, this is the easiest thing in the world. Boom, I'm right there. Now, I'm not going to get way down here like a squat where I can just come up and boom, whatever, but I'm just going to be nice to where I'm comfortable, where I'm athletic, and I can go any way that I want. Well, right now, when we set up too, there's another key component that we have to talk about, and it's the way this hip is going to get our body to get square. So what I mean by that is very simple. We also set up, which again, we're talking about the setup and how the body works. We haven't really gotten into the aim yet, but we're going to cover that in a little bit. But with our setup, what we have to do is once we're set up, we get here, okay? And when I do this, you're going to see right now that if I put this, see how my shoulders are kind of pointing? They're not, see how they're square now? But right now, see how they're slightly open? You can see that as a really good reference point inside of the cube. Well, because my shoulders are slightly open, my hips are slightly open too, which may be a more difficult thing for you to see from this perspective. But see, that's right there if the club head disappears. See how it's on the center of my body? But right now it's kind of like this. So now all we want to do, watch this. Now look at that. Everything all of a sudden is square to where I'm going. Now how did I do that, right? Exactly. So when I get here, I'm like this. Now watch my hips. They're just going to swivel this way. But it's not this huge giant where we're already starting to turn the golf swing. I'm just here and boom, just like that. So what that looks like from your perspective is I get here and I just like that. Just like that. See how I'm not letting this turn with me. It's just my hips. So I get here, boom, subtle, very subtle. And when I do that, I feel a lot of weight go into the back of my left heel, and all of a sudden I become very grounded to the ground with the bottom of my feet. And the weight's evenly distributed from the heel to the ball joint to the toe. Okay, so again, we got set up, we did our little squat move. Now we just take this, we get right there, and we're good to go. Okay? So imagine it like a door right in front of me, okay? So with the door there, all I'm doing is just going, just like that. I've hit the door, I'm right there, I'm inside of the frame of the whole thing, and I'm ready to go. Okay, so now we'll come back to the cube again. When I'm in here like this, okay, now watch how easy this works. I'm set up. Now you can see right now from your perspective that if I have my hand on the club, see how it looks like everything is going that way? Now watch this. See how I did that? Now everything is just square. See how my hands are underneath me? Right now I have a 7-iron for what we're doing. So we get here, I'm set up, I've done this athletic move, I've got that, everything's good. Now I make this little bump, and boom, look how good my posture is. You're going to be in the most athletic position you could possibly be in, because it's just the way that this stuff works. So now I've got everything in front of me. Everything is as solid as it could ever be. So let's review real quick, okay? Once we get set up, we're inside of it. We do not want to violate this line. This is one of the most important lines in golf. Nobody understands it, but it really is. This is the balance line in the body, okay? And once you understand how all this stuff works, it's so exciting and so just revolutionary to how good your golf swing will get. So we're going to get set up. We're standing up straight. We're slightly going to bend our knees. See when I slightly bend them? My knee's starting to get on this line correctly, right? But my butt is still up in the air. So now I just got to, I'm into it just like that. Just like we were talking about if I came into the door. Now I'm here. Now watch this. I'm here. And I just swivel my lower body. Now,
you can't even see really my left leg from here. I just look like this nice, solid position to be able to start this golf swing. So again, any questions, it's very simple. Get into the door, practice doing a squat. Get here, go like this. Now again, watch the orange line going from center to 5 o'clock. If I come down like that, boom. Here, now, I've made my moves. Now see how I've done that? I'm right on the joint to the kneecap is on this line. Okay? I don't want to be way down here stretching my hamstrings, and I definitely don't want to be up here like this. It's no good. So it's very simple. Just like we said, get here, set up. Boom, standing up straight, head's tall, everything is very vertical here. So then all of a sudden I slightly bend my knees, my feet are flared out at 30 degrees, slightly bend my knees, up, back with the hip, drops my spine. It kind of just feels like this rocking motion like that. So we're right here, hands are underneath me, everything's good. I've made my last little bump, head's back down, everything is solid as a rock, and we're now in the perfect position to be able to start this golf swing.